As we step into our golden years, life begins to reveal what truly matters. The rush of earlier decades, the endless to-do lists, the pursuit of material success, and the juggling of responsibilities gradually fades into the background. At 60 and beyond, the focus naturally shifts from accumulating to simplifying, from doing to being. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what's holding you back from living your happiest, most peaceful life in these years? Often the answer isn't about what you need to add to your life, it's about what you need to let go of. The truth is, aging gracefully isn't just about maintaining good health or staying active. It's about lightening your emotional, mental, and physical load. The weight of clutter, whether it's in your home, your relationships, or even in your mind, can drain your energy and rob you of the joy that comes with living in the moment. Sometimes we hold on to things, habits, or even people that no longer serve us, simply because letting go feels unfamiliar or difficult. But the reality is, releasing those things can open the door to greater freedom, happiness, and contentment. Picture this: a home that feels spacious and peaceful because it's no longer filled with unnecessary items, relationships that bring warmth and positivity, free from the weight of resentment or toxicity, a mind unburdened by regrets of the past or worries about the future, fully present in the here and now. Doesn't that sound like the life we all deserve as we grow older? The beauty of these years lies in their simplicity, a chance to focus on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. This isn't about giving up on life or settling for less. On the contrary, it's about curating your life with intention. By reducing what no longer aligns with your values or happiness, you create room for what does. It's about freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens so you can enjoy the things that genuinely matter: love, connection, purpose, and peace. Today we'll explore 5 specific things you should start reducing as you age. These aren't just practical suggestions, they're steps toward reclaiming your time, energy, and happiness. But before we dive in, let me ask you, what's one thing you've let go of as you've grown older? Maybe it's a habit, a grudge, or even just a box of things you no longer need. Share your experience in the comments below. It could inspire someone else to take that first step toward a lighter, more joyful life. Stay with me until the end of this video, because these insights could transform how you approach the years ahead. Let's make these the happiest, most fulfilling years yet by focusing on what truly matters. Are you ready to embrace the beauty of simplicity and live with intention? Let's get started. Reduce clutter in your life. As we age, the physical and emotional clutter we've accumulated over the years can become a significant burden. Decades of belongings, sentimental items, and objects that once served a purpose now occupy our spaces and often our minds. While these things may seem harmless, they can weigh us down, making it harder to focus on what truly matters. Reducing clutter is not just about tidying up your home. It's about creating a peaceful and functional environment that supports your happiness and well-being. Clutter can lead to feelings of stress and overwhelm, especially when your living space feels cramped or disorganized. Every item you own requires attention, whether it's cleaning, storing, or simply navigating around it. Over time, this can drain your energy and make daily life more challenging. For instance, finding essential items like your glasses, keys, or documents can become frustrating tasks when your surroundings are cluttered. A cluttered environment often translates into a cluttered mind, making it harder to think clearly and enjoy the present moment. The process of reducing clutter can be deeply rewarding. Begin by evaluating the items in your home with a simple question: does this bring me joy or serve a practical purpose? If the answer is no, it might be time to let it go. Start small, perhaps with a single drawer or shelf, and gradually work your way through your space. This approach prevents the task from feeling overwhelming and allows you to savor the sense of accomplishment that comes with each area you declutter. Sentimental items often pose the greatest challenge. It's natural to attach memories to physical objects, but it's important to remember that the memories themselves reside in your heart and mind, not the items. Consider keeping a few meaningful pieces and letting go of the rest. For example, instead of holding onto every card or photo, select the ones that mean the most and store them in a special place. Alternatively, take photos of items before parting with them to preserve their memory digitally. Decluttering also opens up opportunities to give back. Donating items to charity or passing them on to family members can bring a sense of fulfillment. Knowing that your belongings will be used and appreciated by others adds meaning to the process of letting go. The result is a home that feels lighter, more organized, and more aligned with the life you want to live. By reducing clutter, you create a space that fosters peace and relaxation. Your home becomes a sanctuary where you can enjoy the present without being weighed down by the past. This sense of order and simplicity not only benefits your physical environment, but also enhances your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Point 2. Reduce negative relationships. As you grow older, the quality of your relationships becomes far more important than their quantity. While maintaining meaningful connections is crucial for happiness and well-being, it's equally important to recognize and distance yourself from relationships that drain your energy or bring negativity into your life. Reducing negative relationships doesn't mean abandoning people without compassion. It means setting boundaries to protect your peace and prioritize your emotional health. Negative relationships can take many forms. Some may involve constant criticism, where someone frequently points out your flaws or undermines your confidence. Others might be one-sided, where you're always giving, whether it's time, emotional support, or resources, without receiving the same effort in return. In some cases, a relationship might involve toxic behaviors like manipulation, gossip, or conflict that leave you feeling exhausted or hurt. These dynamics can be particularly harmful in older age, as they can lead to unnecessary stress, anxiety, or even depression. Letting go of negative relationships requires courage and self-awareness. Start by evaluating how each connection in your life makes you feel. Do you leave interactions feeling uplifted and valued, or drained and unappreciated? Relationships should enrich your life, not diminish it. If someone consistently brings negativity into your world, it's worth considering whether that relationship still serves a healthy purpose. For relationships you can't fully walk away from, such as those with family members, setting boundaries is key. Communicate your needs clearly and respectfully, letting them know what behaviors you won't tolerate. For instance, if a relative often criticizes your decisions, you might say, "I value our time together, but I'd appreciate it if we could focus on positive topics." Establishing boundaries isn't about creating distance. It's about fostering healthier interactions that respect your emotional well-being. In some cases, distancing yourself from a negative relationship may be the best choice. This doesn't have to be done with anger or resentment. Approach the situation with compassion, understanding that some people's negativity may stem from their own struggles or insecurities. By stepping back, you're not only protecting your own peace, but also allowing them the space to address their challenges. As you reduce negative relationships, you'll notice an immediate improvement in your emotional state. The absence of unnecessary drama or tension allows you to focus on the connections that truly matter, those that bring joy, support, and a sense of belonging. Surrounding yourself with positive influences creates a nurturing environment where you can thrive emotionally and mentally. Reducing negative relationships is not about isolation. It's about curating a circle of people who uplift and inspire you. In doing so, you create the space to deepen meaningful connections and enjoy the happiness and harmony that come with supportive, loving relationships. 3. Reduce overcommitment. As you step into your 60s and beyond, time becomes one of your most valuable assets. Yet many people in their later years find themselves stretched thin, saying yes to every invitation, responsibility, or favor asked of them. While it's natural to want to remain engaged and helpful, overcommitting can quickly lead to burnout, leaving you feeling drained rather than fulfilled. Reducing overcommitment is about protecting your energy and prioritizing the activities and relationships that truly enrich your life. Overcommitting often stems from a desire to stay active or avoid disappointing others. You might feel obligated to attend every family gathering, volunteer for every community event, or assist with every request from friends or neighbors. While these intentions are admirable, they can lead to exhaustion, especially when your physical or emotional energy isn't what it used to be. Instead of bringing joy, these commitments can become overwhelming, making you feel like your time is no longer your own. One of the keys to reducing overcommitment is learning the power of saying no. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world or refusing to help others. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. For example, if you're asked to join a new club or take on additional responsibilities, pause and evaluate whether this aligns with your priorities and capabilities. Ask yourself, will this activity bring me joy or fulfillment? Or will it add unnecessary stress to my life? By being selective about your commitments, you can focus on the things that genuinely matter. Setting boundaries is another essential aspect of reducing overcommitment. If you've always been the go-to person for advice, support, or errands, it's okay to let others know that your availability has changed. For instance, you might say, "I'd love to help, but I need to focus on my health and personal time right now." Being honest about your limitations not only protects your well-being, but also sets an example of self-respect for others. Reducing overcommitment also creates space for spontaneity and relaxation. Instead of rushing from one obligation to the next, you'll have the freedom to enjoy unplanned moments, whether it's a quiet afternoon reading, a leisurely walk, or an impromptu visit with a loved one. These moments of peace and flexibility can bring more joy and meaning to your days than a packed schedule ever could. Ultimately, reducing overcommitment is about valuing your time and energy. By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of unnecessary obligations, you can create a life that feels balanced, intentional, and deeply satisfying. Point 4. Reduce regrets and resentment. As you grow older, the weight of regrets and resentment can become a heavy burden, casting a shadow over your present happiness. Regrets often stem from missed opportunities or past mistakes, while resentment is rooted in unresolved conflicts or perceived wrongs. Carrying these emotions into your later years can drain your energy, cloud your relationships, and prevent you from fully enjoying the life you've worked so hard to build. Reducing regrets and resentment isn't just a choice, it's a gift you give yourself for peace and emotional freedom. Regrets have a way of lingering in our minds, replaying scenarios of what if and if only. While it's natural to reflect on the past, dwelling on regrets can trap you in a cycle of self-blame and frustration. It's important to acknowledge that no one's life is without mistakes or missed chances. Instead of fixating on what could have been, focus on what can still be. For example, if you regret not pursuing a particular passion, consider starting now, even in a small way. By taking action in the present, you can transform regret into motivation and growth. Resentment, on the other hand, often stems from holding on to grudges or unresolved conflicts. Whether it's a family dispute, a betrayal by a friend, or an injustice from years ago, carrying resentment can harm your mental and physical health. Studies have shown that chronic anger and resentment are linked to stress, high blood pressure, and even heart problems. Letting go of these emotions doesn't mean condoning what happened. It means freeing yourself from the hold they have on your life. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for reducing resentment. It's not about excusing someone else's behavior, but about releasing yourself from the pain it causes. Start by acknowledging your feelings and reflecting on how holding on to resentment affects you. Then, take small steps toward forgiveness. Whether it's writing a letter you never send, speaking to a trusted friend, or simply deciding to let go for your own peace. Forgiveness is a process, and it takes time, but the relief it brings is worth the effort. Living in the present is another effective way to reduce regrets and resentment. When you focus on the here and now, you're less likely to be weighed down by the past. Practice gratitude for what you have today, and remind yourself that every moment is an opportunity to create new memories and connections. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying the beauty of nature, living in the present can help you let go of the emotional baggage that no longer serves you. Reducing regrets and resentment is about reclaiming your emotional well-being. By forgiving yourself and others, focusing on the present, and embracing the lessons life has taught you, you can create space for joy, peace, and a deeper sense of fulfillment in your golden years. These emotions don't have to define your story. Your strength in overcoming them will. Reduce unhealthy habits. In your 60s and beyond, the habits you've developed over a lifetime can have a profound impact on your quality of life. While some routines might bring comfort or familiarity, not all habits serve your health and happiness in the long run. Unhealthy habits, whether they involve diet, physical activity, or even mental routines, can slowly erode your well-being and prevent you from fully enjoying your golden years. Reducing these habits isn't about sudden, drastic changes. It's about making thoughtful adjustments that align with the life you want to lead. One of the most common unhealthy habits in older age is neglecting physical activity. It's easy to fall into a sedentary lifestyle, especially if aches and pains make movement more challenging. However, a lack of exercise can lead to muscle loss, reduced mobility, and an increased risk of chronic conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. Regular physical activity, even in small, manageable doses, can make a significant difference. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or light yoga can help maintain strength, balance, and flexibility. By reducing sedentary habits, you create room for vitality and independence, which are essential for a fulfilling life. Diet is another area where unhealthy habits often persist. Over time, we develop preferences for certain foods that may not support our nutritional needs as we age. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats can contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and other health issues. Reducing these dietary pitfalls doesn't mean giving up all your favorite treats. It means making more intentional choices. Incorporating nutrient-dense foods such as fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains can provide your body with the energy and nourishment it needs to thrive. Small changes, like swapping sugary snacks for healthier options or reducing portion sizes, can have a lasting positive impact on your overall health. Mental habits also play a crucial role in shaping your experience of aging. Negative thought patterns, such as constant worry, self-criticism, or dwelling on the past, can weigh heavily on your emotional well-being. Reducing these mental habits requires cultivating a more positive and compassionate mindset. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or gratitude journaling can help reframe your perspective and bring more peace into your daily life. Instead of focusing on what you can't do or what you've lost, shift your attention to the opportunities and joys that remain. Technology can also be an unhealthy habit if overused or used without intention. While screens offer convenience and entertainment, excessive time spent on devices can lead to isolation, eye strain, and disrupted sleep patterns. Reducing screen time, particularly before bed, can improve both your physical and mental health. Use technology mindfully by prioritizing meaningful interactions such as video calls with loved ones or exploring educational content over endless scrolling or passive consumption. Ultimately, reducing unhealthy habits is about creating space for healthier routines that support your well-being. It's not about perfection, but progress, small, consistent changes that add up to a better, more fulfilling life. By letting go of habits that no longer serve you, you make room for vitality, connection, and happiness in your later years. Growing older offers a rare and precious opportunity to reflect on what truly matters. It's a time to strip away the unnecessary burdens and focus on the essentials that bring joy, peace, and meaning. As we've explored, reducing clutter, negative relationships, overcommitment, regrets, unhealthy habits, fear of change, and dependence on external validation are not just practical steps. They are acts of self-care that honor the life you've built and the person you've become. Life after 60 is not about chasing more, but about finding balance and contentment in less. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you create space for what truly enriches your life, deeper connections, meaningful experiences, and the quiet joy of simply being. These years are an invitation to live intentionally, savoring the moments that bring happiness and embracing the freedom to make choices that align with your values. Each step toward reducing unnecessary burdens strengthens your sense of self and your ability to live fully in the present. By decluttering your home, you free your mind. By releasing toxic relationships, you nurture your peace. By letting go of regrets, you open the door to forgiveness and growth. These changes aren't just about improving your own life, they also create a legacy of wisdom and positivity that will inspire those around you.